Well, hello and welcome to this Moneycontrol live stream. I'm Nandita Khemka and joining with me is my colleague Yatin Mota. Well, what a marvelous Monday it has turned out to be for Dalal Street with the Nifty managing to scale a fresh record of 18,611 or thereabouts. Now, Yatin, we started the day on a very iffy and nervous note, but we managed to scale that record high of 18,600 or thereabouts. What should I call it? Should I call it a pre-budget rally or should I say Santa came early on the last day?
Yeah, it's like basically maybe the Santa rally is early or maybe this is a pre-budget rally. Time will tell, but obviously if you look at today's market, what a session it has been. Record highs on the Nifty and a great day for Reliance Industries, because if you look at today's move, nearly 70 points are getting contributed right now from Reliance Industries. Obviously banking stocks like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, have also contributed to this, but overall today if you look at the market breadth, the mid caps, the stock specific action, it has been very strong.
Right, Yatin, what is it that's driving this optimism? We've seen FIIs make a solid comeback with they pumped in somewhere around 30,000 crore rupees or thereabouts this month alone.
Yeah.
And they've come back after a gap of 2-3 months, so to say. Do you expect this to continue? Do you expect FII buying to continue? And which are the sectors that they're buying at the current juncture?
So if you look at the broad-based theme, obviously FIs have turned buyers and they do not really have choice at this point in time, because if you look at the BRIC nations, China has its own problem, Russia is on a war front. So a lot of things have changed in terms of the BRIC composition, the emerging market composition, and probably it's India advantage, and probably FIs have realized this. We also have inflation which is broadly under control, and the global macroeconomic situation always has favored India. If you look at the World Bank report also, probably India will be the the largest economy which would be growing at a much faster pace in the larger economy. So clearly as far as India is concerned, the macro tailwinds are probably helping, and obviously earnings so far have been good, and probably that is something that everybody is watching out for.
Now, Yatin, from lows of 15,200 we saw in June, now we are back at 18,600. So, what are the key contributors to this rally this year?
So, interesting question, and really if you look at the broad theme here, PSU banks and PSU stocks. In the PSU bank space, months to date itself, so for the month of November broadly, you would see PSU bank index is up 17% versus the bank Nifty, which is up 4%. If you look at metals, IT, here also we are looking at a smart recovery, because these stocks were typically oversold, and metals and IT are usually heavyweights on the index. So here also we have seen a strong rally. Obviously pharma, auto have not done well, but they have rallied a bit. But in general, if you look at it, PSU is the theme. Be it defense stocks, be it railway stocks, or be it banks on the PSU side, everything is up in double digits.
Right, Yatin, I'm sure you must have been speaking to a lot of experts. What is their view? Can we expect 19,000 anytime soon?
we can expect 20,000. So a lot of things would surely depend on the union budget, which will be in February. But yes, 20,000 is here. We are knocking doors. From here, it can be a reality, because a lot of FI buying, domestic mutual fund, SIP flows have been stable. So if you look at the current situation, why not 20,000 on Nifty? If you look at the legs which can be there for rally, that could be the 2024 election, because usually 2 years before the government goes into elections, there is a massive infra spending which usually happens. So obviously infra and railway stocks are in focus. We also have the budget wherein your tax collections, especially GST, is much higher than anticipated. So the government also has leeway to really have a stimulus or a massive spending on infra front. So probably the market is factoring in that this budget could have a lot of things, especially when there is tax buoyancy. And on an overall basis, we have seen that before the budget, or typically in December, we have a big rally, and now probably mid caps will catch up.
Right. So this was going to be my next question to you, Yatin, that large caps have outperformed the mid and small caps. So do you expect this mid cap rally to play catch up this year itself, और आपको लगता है कि अगले साल मिड कैप बेटर करेंगे?
नहीं, मिड कैप तो बेटर करेंगे ही ऑब्वियसली नंदिता, और इसके लिए आपको ऑब्वियसली CNBC आवाज देखते रहना है. लेकिन broadly, if we see the mid caps and the small caps, obviously there has been underperformance, but stock specific rally, sector specific rally has happened. If you look at defense stocks, any stock is up between 15, 20, 30%.
Rail
stocks are up, 40,
itself,
50%. If you look at select infra companies, smaller tech companies, smaller chemical companies from lows, they have bounced back smartly. Probably the catch up hasn't happened, but one would hope with the kind of election outcome which is expected from Gujarat and the budget on the anvil, mid caps are here to stay, and the rally could probably continue. That's what experts are talking about. So a lot depends on earnings and a lot depends on budget from here on, but clearly mid caps are surely staying in the game, and probably the catch up should happen anytime.
So mid caps will catch up soon enough. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of this, in fact, Moneycontrol live session. Next time we see Nifty hitting 20,000, I'll surely get Yatin on board and we'll have a chat about it again. Thanks a lot for tuning in.